Okay, so today's task, I'm trying to figure out how to make my AC compressor work off factory wires. Whoever had this truck before me clipped these two. I haven't found the number on them yet, but they go here and here. And that's basically, I guess I just used that on off switch. This one robs the power from, looks like I don't know if that's a cigarette lighter, what exactly, but just ties right in right here. And then this one runs straight to the compressor, bypassed everything in the fuse box, which I tested yesterday, and I have power. According to the diagram, you're supposed to have two poles got power in that relay and one in the sleeper. I got these. I don't know if that's going to be any use to me, but I may try them out. And wiring schematic. Peterbilt's nice enough to have that on the internet for free, for the record. Now I've come out here, and this is the main AC plug. I don't know what all the numbers are. There should be a 93. And that's the one that goes straight to the compressor. But we got a 495, 243, there's a 570, I think there's a 220. All those are AC wires, so I need to figure out what way to test them from here, because I was trying to test from the switch yesterday, but I guess it was getting lost through the fuse box and the relay, trying to send power back through it. But I'm going to try and do a better job today and figure it out now that I have the schematic. Okay, so I found the low pressure switch. Have to lose my paper. And this got this thing will focus. 570. And it's 180. And the 180 connects the pressure switches, if I'm not mistaken. And then this 243, that's a factory horn wire that ain't hooked up to nothing. And it didn't even have a pressure switch here. I put that pressure switch here, but didn't even have it when I got the truck. Up here, by the radiator, this is a 242 and 220. And that turns the fan on, the engine fan. Which, who knows if it goes where it's supposed to go, but I'm assuming it's where it pops out over here. That's the fan solenoid, but that's not really important for getting the AC compressor to work for right now. Over here on the passenger side, on the firewall, this is A495 and 180. So I'll show you on the diagram. Basically, from what I've gathered, you just got to jump the low pressure side, and that'll come to here with power. Jump this, and then that sends signal back to the relay to turn the compressor on. So I'm going to jump these and then see what I get. Okay, I think I had that backwards. This is the 495, and it comes in here and it goes in the high pressure switch, and I got to jump that to 180 and then jump the low pressure switch. That'll send power through this 570 back to the relay, and then I guess makes the relay work. And then 93 goes to the compressor. But anyways, either way, jumping them two ought to send power back to the compressor is what I need to do. Okay, now that I jumped that, yesterday I only had 2 poles on my AC compressor that had power. Now, 1, 2, 3, and 570 does not have power on it, which I believe is the one that sends the power back to the AC compressor. But good possibility that's messed up right there. Okay, so this is the 93 wire, and I'm not getting power. Test light works, no power. That's for the compressor. Alright, so I swapped the AC relay out because I just checked it a minute ago and I had power in here, and then when I went outside I didn't have power. So I got one, I'm going to find that one, 2, 3, got power. I don't completely know how this stuff works, but the 570 doesn't show power. I've heard this stuff runs off the ground as far as the pressure switches go. Not sure, but I now have power on 93 where I need it. Okay, now here I'm gonna test again. And that's with the new relay. I now have power. That's for the compressor. So it looks like all the wiring under the hood, as far as the pressure switches for the AC compressor itself, work. I don't know about the fan, but that wiring at least works. Okay, so I just got really lucky because there's not much to go with on these wires, but you can barely see A495, and I ain't got much to work with right here. But there's an A and a 4. So now I can put that stuff back together the way that it belongs. And the whole issue with this truck is somebody's went through the dash, clipped a bunch of wires, and the headlights and everything else was rewired, and I've put everything back and all the factory wires worked. Just like this air conditioner, all the factory wires appear to work. I just don't understand. So I'm going to get this back together and then see what I can do from there. Okay, so I put them wires back where they belong. Now, you flip the switch. I don't know if you can hear the relay or not. And flip this one. Well, I got to turn it on. Flip the bunk AC. Like, it appears to be working. I don't have an AC compressor on it yet, but you know, at least the relay's clicking like it's being told what to do, like it's supposed to. And I don't understand all this wiring. I gotta get rid of it and see about fixing a cigarette lighter. And now I know where the horn wire goes. Here's the factory horn wire, but you know, it's easier just to have a button, you know, instead of the factory wires. No point in having that stuff working right. Alright, so I need to test the engine fan, make sure it works. I got it jumped right there. Obviously that's working. Alright, so I've got a new low pressure switch connector because mine's kind of messed up. There's the part number, and this is for 97 Peterbilt 379, but as far as Peterbilt was concerned, the pressure switches were interchangeable to my 03, so I guess that part number probably worked for that too. I get this thing put on, be one step closer. Okay, so I got this new plug on. I mean, really good bit of slack. I thought about trimming it down, but I don't want to remove my markers, you know, say what these wires are. And that's kind of nice and wrapped up, so I don't really want to mess with it. Plugged that one back in. And it's ready to go. Might do away with this sometime. Who knows what this goes to, but maybe you can hear that, but it's an air leak. And I'm gonna see if I can charge this system with air. I'm not really sure. I know it's got an air leak. I pulled vacuum on one time and it wouldn't hold vacuum, but pretty much got all this wiring for switches and everything figured out, and it appears to all work. So I may try and do that. Not sure, but I'll start working on something else. All right, so I'm looking for leaks. It's the rear evaporator. I don't hear anything. Show you what we got going on. That's just a barbed fitting, and then everybody has one of them blue hoses. So let's take that off. So sure you can hear that. That's the evaporator in there leaking. So now I know what's probably leaking on this thing. I don't hear anything else. Yeah. So I guess that'll be my next project, to get an evaporator and put that on it. See if we can get this thing charged up and working right, because I'm fat and I like air conditioner.